Welcome back to another epic countdown. If you've been following our journey through Korean cinema, you already know, we don't mess around when it comes to bringing you the absolute best films that'll blow your mind. This is part 1 of our mind-blowing Korean movie series, and trust me, today's lineup has some real heavy hitters. So go ahead, hit that like button, and let's jump right in with number 10. 10. Officer Black Belt, 2024. We're starting strong with Officer Black Belt, a 2024 action comedy from director Kim Won that perfectly mixes fast fists with sharp laughs. Kim Woo-bin stars as Lee Jung-go, a delivery guy who just happens to be a martial arts prodigy. Black belts in Taekwondo, Kendo, and Judo. After a wild encounter, he ends up being recruited as a probation officer, teaming up with a gruff veteran cop, Kong Ki-jun, to take down parole violators. Woo-bin is absolutely made for this role. He's got that effortless charm that makes you root for him right away, and the action scenes? They hit hard, because he actually knows martial arts. It's not just movie magic. It's not the most groundbreaking action flick out there, but it's the kind of fun, feel-good ride that keeps you smiling the whole way through. 9. Master, 2016. Next up, we've got Master, a slick con artist thriller that throws together Lee Byung-hun, Gang Dong-won, and Kim Woo-bin in an intense cat-and-mouse chase centered around Korea's biggest pyramid scheme. Byung-hun plays Jin, a charismatic CEO running a massive Ponzi scheme called One Network. Gang Dong-won steps in as the relentless detective determined to bring him down, while Kim Woo-bin plays the tech genius stuck between both sides. Byung-hun is magnetic as always. He makes Jin such a compelling villain that you can't help but be fascinated by him. Gang Dong-won's focused performance balances the chaos perfectly. The movie plays out like a reverse Catch Me If You Can. Instead of following the conman, we're watching the cops try to corner him. Director Cho Ui-suk keeps the twists coming, and just when you think you've got it all figured out, he flips the game again. 8. The Eighth Night, 2021. At number 8, we've got The Eighth Night, a 2021 supernatural horror thriller directed by Kim Tae-hyung. The story follows a monk on a mission to stop an ancient evil spirit that must possess 8 people over 8 nights to regain its full power. Lee Sung-min gives everything in his performance as the monk, and visually, this movie is gorgeous. Eerie lighting, haunting imagery, and an atmosphere dripping with tension. But here's the catch. The mythology gets a little messy. It's inconsistent enough that you sometimes stop caring about the rules of the evil, because they're never quite clear. 7. The Point Men, 2023. Coming in at 7, we've got The Point Men, a diplomatic thriller inspired by the real-life 2007 South Korean hostage crisis in Afghanistan. Hwang Young-min plays Young Jae-ho, a straight-laced diplomat tasked with negotiating the release of 23 captured missionaries. Hyun-bin joins him as Park Dae-sik, a gritty NIS agent who knows the Afghan landscape inside and out. This isn't your typical action-packed Korean thriller. It's slower, more psychological, focusing on tense negotiations, cultural barriers, and the human toll of diplomacy. Yes, it's predictable in parts, but that predictability actually builds the suspense. It's a grounded, mature thriller that relies more on tension than explosions. 6. Uprising, 2024. At number 6, we've got Uprising, one of the most ambitious Korean films of 2024. It's a sweeping historical drama set during the Japanese invasion of Korea in the late 1500s. The story follows 2 childhood friends from completely different social backgrounds who find themselves on opposing sides as war tears their homeland apart. The performances are outstanding. What could have been simple archetypes, the noble warrior and the pragmatic survivor, become complex, emotional portrayals. Their friendship is the film's beating heart, making every betrayal and reunion hit you right in the gut. 5. No Mercy, 2010. Halfway through the list, we've got No Mercy, a 2010 crime thriller directed by Kim Hyung-jun, and let me tell you, this one will mess you up. Sol Kyung-gu stars as Kong Min-ho, a forensic pathologist whose daughter is kidnapped by a vengeful killer. To save her, he must unravel a brutal murder case, and what he discovers will destroy him from the inside out. This movie is dark. Like, really dark. There's no glamorization of violence here. It's raw, ugly, and painfully real. Sol Kyung-gu gives a heartbreaking performance that shows how grief can completely consume a person. If you're into deep, psychological thrillers that explore the human cost of revenge, No Mercy is a must-watch. 4. Always, 2011. At number 4, we've got Always, a 2011 romantic drama directed by Song Il-gon, and trust me, this one will break your heart in the best way. So Ji-sub plays Chul-min, a former boxer turned parking lot attendant, who meets Young-hwa, a blind telemarketer with an unshakably positive spirit. Their romance unfolds slowly and naturally as they help each other heal from their pasts. But as Young-hwa faces a risky surgery and Chul-min's dark history comes back to haunt him, their love is put to the ultimate test. It's a simple story, but it's told with so much sincerity. Always reminds you exactly why Korean cinema is so good at tugging on your emotions. 3. Burning, 2018. Coming in at number 3 is Burning, Lee Chong-dong's psychological masterpiece, based on a short story by Haruki Murakami. The film follows Jong-soo, a struggling writer who reconnects with his childhood friend Haimi. Things take a strange turn when she introduces Ben, a mysterious and wealthy man whose charm hides something very unsettling. Yoo Ah-in delivers an incredible performance as Jong-soo, perfectly capturing the frustration, ambition, and quiet despair of a generation trying to find meaning in a world that doesn't care. Burning rewards you with one of the most haunting endings in modern cinema. 2. New World, 2013. At number 2, we have New World, a 2013 crime drama directed by Park Hoon-young, and it's basically The Godfather with a Korean twist. The story centers on Ja-sung, an undercover cop who spent years infiltrating Korea's biggest crime syndicate, Gold Moon. When the boss dies, a brutal power struggle erupts, forcing Ja-sung to choose between loyalty to the police and survival in the world he's come to belong to. The pacing is slow but incredibly tense, building layer upon layer until it explodes in sudden, shocking bursts of violence. Lee Young-jae gives a career-defining performance as Ja-sung, Choi Min-sik commands every scene as the calculating police chief, and Hwang Young-min adds dark humor as the unpredictable gangster Young-chun. This is Korean crime storytelling at its absolute peak. 1. Memories of Murder, 2003. And finally, topping off our list, Memories of Murder, Bong Joon-ho's masterpiece. Based on Korea's first real-life serial murder case, the film follows two detectives, Park Do-man and Seo Tae-yoon, as they hunt for a killer terrorizing a rural town in the 1980s. With no DNA technology and rising pressure from their superiors, the detectives become desperate, blurring the line between justice and obsession. Bong Joon-ho's direction is flawless. He moves effortlessly between humor, horror, and tragedy, sometimes all within a single scene. The atmosphere is thick with tension, muddy fields, dim interrogation rooms, and an overwhelming sense of hopelessness. Memories of Murder isn't just one of the best Korean movies ever made, it's one of the best films, period. And that's part 1 of our mind-blowing Korean movie series. From action-packed comedies to soul-crushing thrillers, this list proves once again that Korean cinema is in a league of its own. Which one of these is your favorite? And which movie should make it into part 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.